Sarah.
I'm Helen.
And welcome to UKPOP, where we keep it real. Again, hello. That lovely little theme tune you listened to just then was by our good Twitter friend Mof. His name is
Mof Gimmers.
Mof Gimmers, yeah. He came up with that one, so shout out to him. Thanks a lot. I love the way it sounds. So
yes,
very much.
Thank you, Mof, because you did that for us just when we released our first episode, and I went back in and I put it in because I made a really crap.
It was
fine.
It was fine.
It was like a cut up little bits of songs and stuff, and Mof made us an amazing one. So it's in all of the episodes, and we forgot
to mention it for like 2 months.
Yeah. So we thought we'd just dedicate this first little bit to you, Mof. Thank you so much for giving us that amazing little jingle.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 4.
Hi, yeah. We are back again for episode 4. Hope you enjoyed the LOONA special we had, not the last one, the one before. So we're thinking of doing more themed ones like that in the future. So hopefully, yeah, we'll get more of those in because that was really good fun.
It
just
was
focusing
really
on like
fun.
one artist and their different members. So that was really good. Let's kick off with this week's episode. And first up, we have a little sort of rollover from the LOONA episode. We have Olivia High because she didn't debut by the time we did that episode, but she now has a song. So this is Egoist by Olivia High.
Woo!
That was Olivia High with Egoist. Helen, your thoughts?
I liked it, but I don't think it's by any stretch the best of the LOONA singles.
Oh, no. Yeah.
And I feel like it's weird to me that they didn't have something a bit more impressive, because obviously the next song from LOONA is going to be them debuting as a whole group, hopefully. I don't want to wait any longer. I don't want to wait any longer for LOONA.
Should have done it already.
Yeah, but it's just it's nice. There's some parts of it that are reminiscent of the other songs. Like definitely the video. I think reminds me a lot of Eclipse by Kim Lip. The red on the black on red, like the silhouette dancing, and even just some of the dance moves themselves. And then it's Eve, isn't it, who does New, where a lot of it is her dancing by herself. So yeah, it does tie back in with a lot of the other videos and the other songs, but I think I liked it, but I only liked it because it was okay. I don't think it was amazing.
Yeah, I would agree. I think, like you said, the next time we hear from them is going to be them as a group. And we're going into that with this song being the last thing that anyone's heard from them. So if they like ended on something stronger, like Eclipse. I just think it sets them up, I think, for on a high. Like these are all the members. They have a really polished track to end it all with, and then we get group debut. So I think that song would have got people a bit more hype for it, maybe.
Yeah.
But this is odd, offbeat. It's okay.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was the best one to end on. I don't think, and also her voice isn't. It's nice. Like she has a really nice voice, but it's not distinctive. It's
there's nothing distinctive though, is there? There's nothing distinctive about it. Like you've got there are cute members like Chu. She's so cute. And then there's I know she's such a cute. There's like there's more kind of sexy ones who like Kim Lip and Jin Seol. Then there's kind of a little bit more individual ones, like I think Hyunjin and Eve as well, where their songs weren't exactly, I don't know, they weren't like the others. So you get a bit more of a weird vibe from them. They've got a slightly different identity, but Olivia High, I think it's weird, isn't it? There's no real... Yeah, she doesn't fit in.
Where does she fit?
But she also... There's nothing unique enough about her. But I think she'll be a good group member, if that makes sense. Because they do feature Jin Seol in this, doing that rap. That won't be in the clip. It's not a minute and a half in, guys. I've got to be brutal.
Sorry, people.
But we did have more themes again coming back from the other videos, as well as the red apple.
Yeah, she was buying
red
the apple in the
apple,
video,
the
the eyes. But you mentioned earlier that she's not actually a part of the subunit of our circle, so I'm not sure why they.
I don't know why they did that. Yeah,
unless it's because. Unless because Jin Seol is. Maybe I don't know if that's why. I'm not sure. But I think one thing good I will say about it is that the song, the impression I got anyway, the song titled Egoist, and I think in the chorus she says "love myself today" or something. Is that what she says? I don't know if I have that right. So I guess that works quite well. Just about putting yourself first. I think that was the impression I got. Yeah, which is a nice message. But otherwise, has it got much going for it? I don't think so.
Yeah, because I was only thinking about this the other day, because I saw we're gonna look at a Twice song, not in this episode, in the next episode, but I was reading about the differences between boy bands and girl bands in K-pop, and one of the things was that one of the things that makes a girl band more popular is the cute thing.
Right.
And I know just from the girl bands that you either get them being either really, really cute or they go for the sexy.
Yeah.
And some bands do both really well. Like, I don't think Blackpink can do cute. Right. I think it seems fake if they try to do cute. That's just my opinion. But Red Velvet, my babies, Red Velvet can do both. Yeah. Like, I think they really can do both. And I am wondering what LOONA's approach is going to be.
That's interesting, yeah.
Because I think there's some members where I just wouldn't buy sexy from them, Chu being one of them. Because she's a little baby girl and I just want her to be cute. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, no,
I totally agree with you, actually. I can't... They're so varied.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to fit together at all. Yeah, that's so true. I don't know how they're going to fit together as a unit, but like you said, maybe people like Chu, people like Olivia High might be better members for dance routines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
For the chorus, maybe I don't know where she would fit. But it'll be. I feel like they're going to go with cute though. I don't know. It's just especially because they've debuted last with Olivia High, who seems to me to lean into the cute side. Because I just didn't buy sexy from her. Yeah, so maybe she's leaning into the cute. They might go with cute. I don't know.
Because it's a nice idea to have them all have their own identity with their own single and have these the subunits. But I guess we'll just have to see, won't we, about how they debut. But
any word on when it might be?
No idea. I'm hoping that it will be in the next, it will be by the summer. It will be by next month. But I don't really know. I think it gives them a good chance to go on some shows and actually do stuff. But I don't know. I think it will be soon. I I don't want to wait much. I want LOONA, damn it.
It's always exciting when there's a new group. Yeah.
And we'll review the LOONA song.
100%.
Once it comes out. That'll be really good. But so let's move on to our actual new releases section. So that was just our little bonus because
bonus track for you there.
LOONA gets their own category, right? LOONA songs from now on, they get their own category.
So that's LOONA Park to that we've done.
Exactly.
So until they debut as a group. So now on to our new releases. Next up we have Super Junior with Lo Siento.
Oh baby Super Junior.
I think I said that right.
Yes, you did.
아침이 빛나는 당신은 special somebody 원한나나에 빨간 카페 뒤에 perfect body 원한나나에 천사의 미소로 온 걸 찬란히 빛나던 그 여신은 바로 너 내가 그댈 찬미하게만 해줘 oh yeah 밤이 짙을 때 kiss you one more time 우린 밤새 춤을 출 거야 약속하지만 할 일 없을 거야 no 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 말이 필요 없잖아 we can take it slow
lo siento yo no tengo prisa vamos lento lo siento let's take our time si te ves hoy mañana me voy loca por ti no estoy
지금 너란 또 momento
si no es así lo siento lo sé como me enredé con tus
Lo siento.
Lo Siento. That was Super Junior featuring Lesley Grace.
Yeah.
This one really surprised me when I heard it because I guess I wasn't expecting the Spanish. Is that really ignorant? Yeah, I wasn't expecting the sort of Spanish element, which is quite current, I think, because we've had, you know, Despacito. I think Little Mix had one as well. Raksu on X Factor, their song was like had the sort of Spanish in it, the sort of Spanishy summer vibe. So I did enjoy that. I wasn't expecting it though, but I really did enjoy it. I liked the video, but I felt they didn't have a lot of chemistry with Lesley Grace.
Yeah, they
I don't know if that's because there's a language barrier or something. I don't know, but it just didn't feel like they clicked.
Yeah.
To me, I mean, they can all dance together. They all look amazing when they dance, but in terms of like, there was no passion, you know.
Yeah.
There was no chemistry. They didn't even click. Like, but the song itself, I really really enjoyed. And I can see it being, you know, it's like I said, it's current. It's very very.
You're so right about the Spanish thing actually, because there's I got a bit of a Spanish vibe from the verses of Egoist.
Okay, that's interesting.
If you listen back to it, I don't know if you'll hear it as well, but I got a bit of a Spanishy kind of vibe just from the verses, not from the chorus.
Okay.
But with this, so I liked it. I think it's not great. It's not terrible. Again, I would just pick these like middle of the road songs for this episode. It's not terrible, but I'm a fan of Super Junior. I really like them. Right off the bat, we can say totally appropriate for us to thirst.
Of course,
because these guys are in there.
Yeah, which
they're in their early
which is
to
part of
mid-30s.
why I like them. Just the fact when you told me they were older,
I was like,
oh,
this is fine
okay,
then.
yeah, this is totally fine. I can.
Because that's a
crush
legit.
that.
Let's just address this for a second. Because when I went back and I edited the last episode, I won't say I was ashamed, but I was surprised at how much thirst I had for the skinny 22-year-old Taeyong, right? Because skinny's not my thing, Sarah. You know this, right? I can't. And I don't know why. And even since then, I've just been thinking, I was like, oh my God, even before this, and I think I spoke to you, I was like, we have to be very careful.
Of the ages
as
of some of
K-pop
these
fans,
guys,
before you thirst over
Check
a boy
the
band,
age.
check the age
Check
range.
the age, like,
you know, like people our age, 28, 29, we have to be careful. Like, it's not okay. It's not okay. But with Super Junior,
totally
it's fine.
Yeah, fill your boots.
Exactly, and it's so the song itself, I like it. Again, with the Spanish thing, there's a couple of more recently in say the last 6 months or so. There's been loads of Spanish. So what's that woman's name? Camila who used to be in that Fifth Harmony.
Yeah, Camila Cabello.
Yeah, so that song has been everywhere, hasn't it? And I think there's a couple of K-pop songs that have had that vibe to it. And Super Junior have done kind of a Spanishy thing before. They have a song called Mamacita, which is really good. It's got a really funny video.
Cool.
And to be fair, I think with this video, I've come to expect a little bit more from Super Junior's video. I think this was a little bit basic in some respects. From a personal point of view, I'm a little bit tired of Heechul. Just full stop. Not full stop. So Heechul is huge outside of singing.
Right.
So he presents on variety shows, and he's so funny and quick-witted. He does really great impressions. He's just great. He's got so much charisma, and he's just really popular. And I think that's had a negative effect on how I see him now as a K-pop star.
Right.
And yeah, but he's still a great singer, and he's always been kind of like the clowny one, and he's always had this sort of swagger in the group, I guess, because he's funny and he knows he's attractive and he can sing and whatever. But I think I'm not buying it so much anymore now. That sounds awful, but I'm not buying it so much. And we talked about this while we were watching it. We noticed he's not in the dance routines as much, and he did have an injury a couple of years ago, but he has danced since, and he joins in, like, he's on a show in Korean. It's called Ask Me Anything. But it's on Netflix. It's called I think they call it Knowing Brothers, or something.
What weird
anyway, I think it's called Knowing Brothers, but I think it's called Ask Me Anything, and it's like set up as a school, and the guests come on and they're dressed as like the new students in a class or whatever, and they talk to the classroom is the people in the class are the presenters. Heechul's one of the members of the class, and he's really funny. Whenever they have girl bands on, they have to do like parts of their dance routines, and he always knows them. He like smashes girl group dances. It's really funny. But so I don't know why he's not dancing, and this is not a super complicated dance.
Yeah, no, it's not actually. I mean, I don't know if I was saying to Helen just now, I don't know if getting him back and dancing after his injury has sort of caused something to fall out of place. I don't know. Maybe that's why he's not dancing in the video. But yeah, it's always weird how, I don't know if this is true with pop bands in general, but with K-pop, how there's no respite. If it doesn't seem like there's any sort of break. If anyone's had like
you're right.
Yeah, if they've got a schedule, and if you're injured, you are going to stick to that schedule. They will just
and
shoehorn you in,
or they drop you out,
or they drop you out. Yeah.
So I can't remember the name of the song by Shiny, but
is it One of One?
So One of One. Onyu just doesn't dance in the video because he hurt his ankle.
Yeah.
He went on the shows like to participate in the like variety shows, but he couldn't do the dancing. And then in the video there's like the bits where they just do dancing, and he's not in them. So there's 4 of them. You're like, oh, this is weird. And then they did a whole thing. Jonghyun had been in I don't know if he had a car accident or something, but he just wasn't in the music video. Wow. He just wasn't in it. They just did it without him.
There's there's no workaround for anything. They're like, no,
they just drop you out.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
they're on a tight ship, you know. But...
And it's as well as that. I think an interesting thing about Super Junior is I can't remember how many people I think there's maybe 6 or 7 of them now, but there's more of them. 1 or 2 of them are still doing their military service because they're the younger members of the group. And they had their comeback some point last year, was when they started releasing songs again, and it was just after the youngest member went into military training, and I was like, why didn't you guys just wait?
Yeah,
it's been long enough since Super Junior released anything, and then they waited until, his name is Kyuhyun, they waited until he went into military service, and he's like the best singer.
Why would you do that? Your best person.
And then
maybe they let the others shine, like that's why he went. They're like, we get our best singer out of the way, like the rest of you.
Sit in the back and pretend to play his guitar. But it's a good song. But I do agree with what you said about the chemistry with Lesley Grace.
Yeah.
They've performed this song on Korean shows with other singers to replace her. So they had the 2 female members of the group Card, whose names I can't remember. I think it's Sumin and Jisoo. I can't remember their names, but. And I don't know why, but I think they seem to have more chemistry with them.
Sure.
Yeah. Maybe it's an age thing, because those 2 girls are really young. They're like early 20s, if anything. And Lesley Grace looks dead young too, so maybe it's because they're in their 30s. Or maybe, and with regards to them looking more comfortable with the girls from Card, maybe it's because they've worked with them and they know them better.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
possibly.
mean?
Fair enough. Yeah.
So, but I liked it.
It's
guess.
fun. It's a fun little song. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I'm gonna have to check out a lot of other Super Junior.
Yes, Super
stuff.
Junior are good. They've got some cheesy as hell songs. And there's right. Just a little tip. I don't know why treadmill tips keep coming into this.
Just throw out.
They've got a song called "Sexy, Free and Single."
Okay.
Not just with the treadmill, but if you're exercising, "Sexy, Free and Single," you're like, you know what? Yeah, I'm about to set out. Do you know what I mean? Just listen to it. Like, "Sexy, Free and Single" is such a good song for anything. Just makes you feel good. Like I said, how Boss makes you walk down the street differently.
Yeah.
"Sexy, Free and Single" is a bit more cheesy.
Yeah. But
you're like, hell yeah.
still motivating. Amazing. Okay, that's on my list. That and Mamacita is on my list.
Amazing, right? So let's do the next song. So the next song that we're going to listen to is A Pleasant Surprise, I think. It's by Pentagon and it's called Shine.
나는 뭐랄까 아주 오래전부터 너를 좋아했었다고 늘 지금 말한다면 뭐가 달라질까요 달라질 게 없는 맘을 가진 너는 마치 뿌리 깊은 나무 같아서 신이 곱게 빚은 한 송이의 flower 사라지지 마 달라지지 마 내가 너를 좋아해도 nobody knows 다른 여자를 봐도 nobody's like you 용기가 없어서 I'm sorry 더 많고 비웃어 그래 나는 널 사랑하는 찌질이 그래 나는 머저리 난 너한테는 고머리 겉절이 이 세상 너 하나면 돼 Baby I'm only yours I'm only yours oh no 결국에 난내 사랑 앞에선 내 찌질이 나는 뭐랄까
And that was Pentagon and Shine, which we both really, really enjoyed.
Yeah.
I think one thing I will say is I'm sorry, there's too many members. I'm sorry that I was
repping LOONA who's got 12
I know,
members.
we're like, these guys are not
Too
allowed.
many men.
LOONA is fine.
Too many boys.
Just we're seeing them all together, like, dancing. It was hard to pick my fave. Although I think I like the one with the goggles on his head. Is it Kino, I think?
Or
I don't know.
maybe.
Possibly Kino. He's like... I don't know how old he is, so I think I'll probably stop there. But
yeah,
let's just leave that. But it's a really fun and cute song because a lot of, I think we were saying this in the last episode, that boy bands have to be quite gritty, quite urban, for want of a better word. And these guys aren't, although I think they try to be with the dance routines, but the song's just not. But I enjoy that, the fact that they're not. I think we mentioned there was one guy, I don't know his name, who sort of, when he starts singing, he's just like growls almost.
Yeah,
he's just, like,
that was so funny in the second chorus.
Yeah, but he was like the only one. And I think that really works because I think they're kind of cute in this song, which I really like, and it's just a fun, bouncy tune. And I think I really liked it. I just really enjoyed it. Good pop song. Really
With
fun.
regards to the video, I think it's a total bias, but boys can get away with so much more, or they have more. They're allowed to have more range, I think, in their videos.
Right.
Like, I don't think you do see girl bands being a bit goofy, but it's cute goofy.
Yeah.
And the boys, boys can just be boys, can't they?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, so they can mess around. They can be like pulling the stupid faces. And then their next video, they could be like in the suits doing a ballad. And it'd be like, oh my God, I love them. And then the next video, they could be like rough and ready, leather jackets, dance routine.
Dancing on
in the
top of
dark.
cars,
They'd be like, oh my God, I love them. And then they can do a goofy video like this where they like throw in paper planes, wearing goggles. And it'll be, oh my God, I love them. You know what I mean? The same. They can just do so much. And I'm not saying that the girl bands get hated on, but I think they don't get as many options with their music videos. Like, I don't always come back to BTS, right? But I think it's just a good example. They, in a row, they had these 3 songs. So they had Not Today, where the video was like kind of them being chased, and not chased as in CHASTE.
Oh, okay,
Them being
right. As
someone
actually
running after them.
pursuit, yeah. Someone in pursuit.
Just realised on the video was them being so chased. Such a div. And it was all like dancers dressed in black and like kind of aggressive and punchy. It's called Not Today.
Right,
It's
right.
like Not Today, you know, we're the best, whatever, being chased. It was kind of cinematic and a little bit like rough and ready. Then they had DNA, which was colourful and weird and had lots of beauty shots of each of them. They're really handsome in it and whatever. And then all their performances for the song they had after that, which was called Go Go. Go Go was a stupid song. It's all right. It's not great. It's just weird. And their performances that they do it, they're all wearing like dungarees and like mascot outfits and stupid shit. And it's just cute nonsense. And they're allowed to do all those different things, whereas girl groups don't get to do that so much, which is a shame, because they all have just as much personality, you know. But with regards to Pentagon, I was saying to Sarah that as a member of Pentagon who I just think he's amazing. His name is, I'm gonna butcher his name.
It's alright, you got this.
His name is Huey or Huey.
Okay.
He's the one in the video who has the grey hair, and his voice, I just love his voice. Like, I think with K-pop sometimes a singer's voice just gets you.
Yeah,
and there's
stands
usually
out.
one in every band, I think, where there's a singer. Like for me in Shiny, it's On You. I can't believe whenever he sings,
Really
I'm just
distinctive.
like, yeah,
You
it's
just
so
know it's
distinctive
him.
and just
Yeah.
perfect, and
Yeah.
you're like, how does he sing like that and not like just tell the world to get lost? You know? Like, I can sing like this, you can all just get screwed. But I think his voice is amazing. I think he's so sweet and everything looks effortless with him. And also apparently he's one of the best songwriters in K-pop at the moment. He
cool.
writes songs for other people, and
that's cool.
so I think he's great. Pentagon, I don't think they're obviously not one of the biggest bands in K-pop, but I think they're coming up, and I think they will do better. Yeah, so I liked it, and I think it's unusual. I like that you can hear that piano riff the whole way through, more or less, and that it fits in, but the song doesn't kind of muddle along. It keeps you interested, doesn't it? The whole way through. It's really nice.
There's never like a dull moment in the song or the video. And I think I can see them, like you said, they're coming up, and I can see them being as big as probably BTS, just because they have that sort of. Yeah, they've got the similar sort of. There's a lot of them. They're all a bit goofy. There's some cute ones for people to stand, that kind of thing. And I think they can, if they make the breakthrough in the US, I think they could easily be as big as BTS. Yeah.
That's the standard now, isn't it?
It is. That's the
But
bar
could
everyone
you
has
be
to get
BTS?
to.
Yeah.
Are you BTS though?
Are you BTS?
That's the benchmark everyone's got to reach now, because BTS just blew up. Like,
Yeah,
so,
they did.
Yeah.
They really did. So yeah, that was Pentagon Shine. The next song we're gonna do. Why don't you introduce
this
it?
This one's called District 9, and it's by Stray Kids.
참 말들이 많아 What 헛소리만 늘어 잔소리나 욕짓거리는 제발 그만해 죽이 되든 밥이 되든 내가 알아서 할게 사면 나를 몰라 답답해 연대 난 매일 고민 중 Answer me 그럼 해답을 줘봐 속 시원한 대답 좀 못하면 제발 가서 좀 please 여기는 느리죠 느리지 이 안에서 누리를 대로 움직인 내 구역 District 9 싹 다 뒤집어 다 뒤집어 부정적인 시선 지워 back 그건 잘못됐어 나는 나를 잘 모르는데 네가 나를 아는 듯이 말해 Get lost 여긴 우리 구역 Get out of here 느끼는 자리 없어 District 9
I mean, thank goodness
District
that's
9.
over, to be honest with you. I mean, we weren't fans, to be perfectly honest.
Don't be polite.
It's probably one of the worst songs we've had on UK Pop
I think it's just
today.
dreadful.
It's, you know how we were literally just saying about boy bands can be really, really cutesy or really, really aggressive. They've sort of gone too far into the aggressive. It's not even, there's no charm with it either. It's not like Boss, for example, that is aggressive but still
there's
kind
like a
of,
wink in the eye.
there's a wink in the eye. These guys I don't know. They think they're threatening. Maybe.
Do you know what it is?
Do
you know what it is? So District 9 is just a dreadful song. But it's not just that. It's like, I feel like Stray Kids, to me, they look like the group of boys at school who, like, at lunchtime or, like, after school, they take off their blazers and they roll up their sleeves and they loosen their ties and they learn raps. They learn raps and they're like, I'm a rapper because I learned this thing that somebody else made up. And then they do it and it's like they want kudos for it. But they're not, and they learn all the inflections of another rapper. So like when they put an emphasis on a word and where they kind of growl a bit, they do all that and they're like, this means that I too am a rapper. It was rubbish. And the way they're looking at the camera and they're kind of growling, you're like, you kids are you're like 18, 17 years old. What's wrong with you?
It's a lot. It's just too much. We were talking about the video and in their dance routines, they're in a huge lake of water. There's cars on fire behind them. They're all showing their teeth. It's just all a bit much. I'm not buying any of it. You know, the name Stray Kids suggests some sort of, you know, we're insubordinate on purpose or
Lost
something.
Boys.
Yeah, it's that kind of Lost Boys vibe. The whole video is sort of has like a Hunger Games theme to it, which has been
prison.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're not going to put me in a box. We're going to, you know, start a revolution, which has been done. It's like the Hunger Games thing has been done. You know, the Divergent series has been done. The Maze Runner, whatever it was called,
it tried.
It's been done. It tried, and that was so bad. The last film was on TV. Like, that's how terrible it was. So it's just. I get what they were trying to do, but it was just poor execution.
Yeah.
And
not a fan.
And not a fan at all. It's just noise. The song was just noise.
Yeah, I was remember much about it apart from get lost, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that's
get out of here. What you get out of here, fam? Do you know what I mean? It's just not good.
Yeah, it's
and
not
then another
no.
maybe it's just because I'm cynical about. So I am cynical about reality TV and like entertainment show, like groups that are built from them. Even though we were okay with 101 last week, and so many bands in K-pop come from TV shows or like elimination shows. So many of them, and it's just popular because it's just a big part of entertainment in South Korea. Like, so many people are cynical about those shows in this country. Like, I don't watch things like Britain's Got Talent or X Factor. I don't care if other people do. I'm not going to be like, you shouldn't watch it. Yeah. But just for me, when if I see a band that's been put together on one of those shows, I don't feel like there's any authenticity. No. But it's different in K-pop because the people who take part in those shows have already been training as rookies and trainees in like these performance schools for years. So they've been training since the age of like 10 or 11. And then when they're 17, 18, they go on these shows and they've got all this training. They're not turning up and bringing a sob story. They're turning up and bringing their talent. Yeah. So I've got no problem with it. But I think with the, you know, we talked about concepts with K-pop videos. I think this concept is just muddy and it's too much, and I don't know what they're trying to say about the band. It's like Stray Kids, we're rough and ready, but
pretty much. But what's their next song going to be?
Yeah,
like, they have to.
We killed a guy.
Yeah,
District 9 followed by We Killed a Guy, and
it's like you've either got to do that or just call it a day. Like, they can't go to cute now. They can't do anything remotely cutesy from that. It has to. They've turned it up to 11 right from the beginning, and they have to keep that level. And I feel like people are probably going to get bored. There's no versatility.
For sure.
People are just going to get bored. Like,
I mean, I was bored halfway through.
Yeah, I mean, my sinuses hurt. Like, it's just not. It's noise. I can't handle it, and I'm glad it's over.
Well, we can remedy that. We've got a much better song to follow up. So obviously last week we. For our comeback throwback, we did Mama Moo.
Yes.
And so one of the singers from Mama Moo, actually a couple of them are collaborating with other artists and producers. This one is Wheein's solo single. It's featuring a guy called Sik-K who does quite a lot in K-pop. He's pretty good. And the song is called Easy.
난 탈 수가 있어. It's not an ordinary day. 눈치가 빠르지 않더라도 넌 너무 알기 쉽게 보여주니 잔인하네. 날 긴장하게 만드는 예민함도 가슴을 찌르는 너의 솔직함도 왜 내게만 해당돼. It's too unfair. I am not insane. 난 그런 거 싫어. 좋게 맞춰준 거지. 널 더 좋아한 거지. 이미 내 몸도 변해가네. 너에게 가둬둔 날 꺼내 벗어날래. Too late, too late. You're so stupid, stupid. No way, no way. It's not easy. 깊어지는 생각에.
Right, what? Why? Like,
We should just say, punch your heart out.
punch a whole heart out. Okay, we're back. Okay, that was Easy by Yoon, from my faves, Mamamoo. She, for me, is one of the best singers in the group.
Yeah.
Her and Solar.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad to see her do her own thing. And I also enjoyed it more than Hwasa. She's in the video, but she had a solo song. I've forgotten what album it was on. I think it was their last.
Oh, just her singing. I know
Yeah,
what you're talking about,
I found that a bit dreary. Not her fault, but I thought the song was a bit boring. But I really liked this. It's really fun and cute. The video is the same as well. All her outfits in it are
God, she looks
amazing. She looks amazing in everything. And it reminds me of, I don't know, maybe something. It feels quite retro.
Yes.
The song itself. I feel like maybe something like Rachel Stevens would have put out.
You know
when
what?
she left
Yes,
SK7 or something,
yeah.
or maybe like Beverly Knight or something. I just quite.
It's definitely like someone who.
Way.
Yeah, like it definitely sounds like a collaboration. Though,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? She sounds.
yeah.
I can't explain why, but she sounds like a featured artist. If that makes sense.
She does. Yeah, you can. She'd pop up on anything. You just know it was her. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sik-K verse was really good.
Yeah.
It didn't add anything. That's not a criticism.
Yeah.
It was fine, but the song would have still been great without him in it as well.
Exactly.
And I really like it. I think it's really, really fun. And hopefully we see more of the same from her. But it's for me it was at odds with, because they're counting down to their new album, I think, or something. They were putting concept pictures on Twitter, and they seem to be quite cute.
Yeah.
They're sort of like sitting around a pastel coloured house,
Yes,
and they're
pastel,
like,
yeah.
they're all hugging pillows and things like that. And for me, Easy doesn't quite tie into that, but so it's interesting that they decided to do this now when they've done it.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to hearing more from her, and I think, I really like her. I think she's got a great voice. She looks cute, and she's a perfect pop star for me, I think. But my bias is still Hwasa, don't get me wrong. Yoon's cool.
Mine is
I
still
don't like
Movie
her.
also. We're just like, poor Solar,
Throw
she
that
was
out
left
there.
out in the rain. No, I'm just kidding. She's cute too. We love them.
We love Mamamoo.
Yeah.
We love them.
And I think I agree with you. Every point that you said about this song, it's very, to me, it's summery.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, like it's not, I like the tempo of it. It's not super fast and it's not too slow, because she gets to do a little bit of dancing in the video, but it's not too much to take away from her singing. And it's just kind of like, you know what, we're going to dance for this bit. And then it's like, you know what, maybe I'm just going to walk around and look cool for this bit. And then, yeah, I really like it. And like you say, she looks so good in the video. And her outfits, mixing the brands, Gucci and Burberry.
Gucci and Burberry. I think she's got these like hexagon earrings on at one point as well, which I love. Like I want.
She's just so sweet.
Yeah, and just got to mention right at the end when like her her forearm is like bionic apparently, and it just detaches itself and like flies through the chest of Sik-K and just punches his whole heart out, and it's brilliant. We weren't expecting that, and it was hilarious.
She's trying to get his attention the whole time in the video, and he's just ignoring her, and then at the end, you just see him, because you were listening to the song, she says something, but it looks like she just says, hey.
Yeah, it's just hey.
And then she just punches right through his
murders the
chest.
guy, like, Stray Kids could never.
Stray Kids could never. See you in prison bus, bitch.
We love Yoon. That was great. We love her.
We love her. Well, let's move on. This is the classic section now. So the problem with the classic section is, right, there's so many to choose from.
Yeah.
And I think what I want to do is I think it would be good to cover like the big bands. See, that was not meant to be a pun. I just
See what you did there. I see what you did. Come on, we're gonna have a big bands. Just wait. Wait for it. You'll get
I'm
see what you did there.
I'm so embarrassed.
Don't be own it. Be like, yeah, that's right.
I thought it'd be good to start with the big bands. So we're gonna listen to Bang 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 by Big Bang.
감추지 못하게 해 남자들의 분위 여자들의 간식 유머를 자신감을 불만해 난 보란 듯이 너무나도 뻔뻔히 네 몸속에 파고드는 알레르기 이상한 정신에 술렁이는 천지 오늘 여기 무법지 난 불을 질러 심장을 태워 널 미치게 하고 싶어 D.I.G. Yeah we bang like this 모두 다 같이 손 맞은 것처럼 Bang 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 bang, bang bang bang, bang bang bang, bang bang bang, bang bang bang. 자고장 마라, 자고장 마, 자고장 마라, 자고장 마. 오늘 밤 끝장 보자, 자고장 와. 오늘 밤 끝장 보자, bang bang bang. 널 데려가 지금 이 순간에.
Anyway, that was Bang 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 by Big Bang. Many bangs, bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, just before we started watching the video, because I've listened to the song before but hadn't watched the video, and Hel said it was obnoxious, and I was like, interesting. And then we watched it, and she was like, bang on the money. It's very
so
bombastic.
yeah.
So but they know how wild it is. I think they're very aware that, like, yeah, we're all on motorbikes, we're all on this. I'm dance battling an astronaut while dressed as we had like TOP dressed as a cowboy, sort of dancing in front of an astronaut. And it is ridiculous, but that's what's good about it. I think it's just very
Big Bang are nuts,
and
man.
they know people will lap it up as well.
Yeah.
I think people will love it, and they know people love it, and they love it, and they're just having a really good time.
That seems to be all that Big Bang ever do. Like, it's really funny because that video is a prime example of I think the dynamics of Big Bang.
Right.
So Big Bang are huge. Like I was saying to Sarah that G-Dragon is probably like the most famous K-pop star. Forget like all the popularity of bands like EXO, BTS and all them now. Big Bang I think they're unrivaled. Like they're so huge. And G-Dragon is probably the most successful like K-pop star. He's made a hell of a lot of money from it, and he's got outside interests, like fashion is a big thing, so he's super into that. And I think you can tell in their videos, you can often see that TOP and G-Dragon are just doing mental stuff, and the others are kind of doing regular video stuff like the dancing. So you could see like Daesung, I was doing some dancing. All of them, the other three, they just do dancing and singing, and they take part in like that thing with the car and the flag and whatever. They're involved in that. But G-Dragon, he gets that weird thing where he's covered in glitter and he's dancing with the girls. TOP gets to dress like a cowboy and dance with a robot. It's fantastic. But I thought it would be a good time to choose because it's really that's just a really good example of what Big Bang are like. They have bags of attitude.
Yeah.
They've had controversies in the past. They all do their own thing. I think at the moment, all but one of them might be doing the military service. G-Dragon just started his military service. Right. All of them, apart from the youngest one. So Seungri is not old enough. Well, he's old enough to go if he wants to, but he's obviously just waiting.
Yeah.
Because you can go any time before I think you just have to do it before you're 30, maybe. So he could have. It doesn't make sense. I think he should go now because they're all in
Hurry
the military.
up. Yeah, exactly.
And then you
so
can
you're
come
all
back
finished.
and you'll all be home. Yeah,
exactly.
but I guess not. He's having too good of a time. If you follow him on Instagram, he's always doing like Instagram live videos of him DJing and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's like,
That is cool,
he's
actually.
into it, and he's kind of known as the businessman in their group. He's the youngest. They have loads of like restaurants and
Right.
clubs and stuff. But yeah, I like the song just because it's obnoxious, but in a good way.
Yeah.
It is. We were saying that Stray Kids they're bratty, where they're trying to have that arrogance, but
Yeah.
Big Bang have earned it, and it's
That's
part
what it
of,
is.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
think
it's
that's what it
part
is.
of their whole appeal is that even when they do, like they've done some ballads and stuff like that, I don't really buy it when they do. And I cannot remember the song they did that was just before T.O.P. went into the military, where it might even have just been called The Last Goodbye or something, but it was chill, and it was a very slow song, but it was fitting because they were like, oh, we're closing this chapter.
Right.
And you did kind of buy it. So they're good. I think they're good as pop stars, but they also stand out so much. They're so individual and different. And all bands, I feel like when boy bands now try and have that arrogance and that attitude, and as well as being a bit playful and kind of weird with it, they're aspiring to Big Bang.
Yeah.
You know, they're trying to go for that. We're bratty, but you love us. And not all of them can do
Yeah,
it.
no, it's so true.
Not all of them could do
Yeah,
it.
that's so true. But I mean, props to Big Bang. They're obviously, you know, like you said, they've got to where they are
Yeah.
through hard work. G-Dragon's really successful.
Super successful.
Yeah, so I say more power to them.
Yeah, we love you, Big Bang. We love you, G-Dragon. And G-Dragon is so weird, right? There are sometimes when you see G-Dragon and he looks so handsome. Like in that video, I think he looks really good in that video.
Yeah.
But there are some
Love his
videos
hair.
where he's just got like the weirdest hair. And I just think you need to get away from me right now. Like, you just look so weird. But he's got a really handsome face. And I think that's part of his success.
Oh, yeah.
But not that he's not talented. Cause
No,
he's
but I think him being pretty helps
yeah.
as well.
And
doesn't
I
it?
think I remember actually because you said while we were watching it, you said you couldn't remember why you knew the name.
Yeah,
And I have
I've
a feeling
definitely
that we
heard it.
mentioned this before in the maybe even in the first episode that we did, where I said, and I stand by this, that most like new or current, not so much new now, but in the last like 5 or 6 years, I feel like the rappers in boy bands either try and sound like T.O.P. or they try and sound like G-Dragon.
Right.
They either go for that nasal kind of
Yeah,
thing that G-Dragon's
sneery
got, or they
sort
go
of,
for the deep voice that T.O.P. has.
That is interesting.
But that's just my opinion. Just my opinion. So yeah, that was our classic. You know, we hope you liked it.
Yeah, that was good fun. No,
We're
it
not
was-
responsible for it, but you know. So we're going to move on now to our comeback throwback. A little bit of a different one this time. So we're going to look at Eric Nam. Now, Eric Nam, he's Korean American. So I think he was. Oh, I might be getting this wrong, but I think he was born in America. Korean family. And he
Okay.
speaks Korean and
Right.
stuff, whatever. But he's also fluent in English. And he was raised in America to a certain age, and then he got involved in K-pop. But he's a solo artist. It's weird because you get like these outsiders, like artists who are not on the big labels, or they're not, and they don't really do stuff like the variety shows and whatever. And then you get the bands and the artists who are signed to the big labels who do that stuff. So they go on the variety shows and they do all the big music show circuits. Eric Nam, I think, fits somewhere in the middle because he does the variety shows and he's on TV a lot-ish, but he's not like a puppet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're going to listen to his... he's actually released 2 songs recently. We're going to listen to one of them, which is the one that's just him. The other one is a collaboration. So we're going to do his most recent song, and then we're going to do a throwback to what I think was his first song. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. But screw it. No one's checking. I was like, Christ.
We're going to check me.
Eric Nam's going to tweet me and be like, actually, bitch. My first song was this. Like, as if he would. So the song that he's just released that we're going to listen to is called Honestly.
조금 지친 거야 상처를 주고 주기가 너무 두려운 거야 난 착한 게 아냐 날 위해 그런 거야 아직도 널 사랑한다는 거짓말 넌 답을 원했지 시작부터 결말을 미리 본 영화처럼 부담스러웠지 넌 점점 더 빈틈없이 짜여진 스토리처럼 헤어지자 그 한마디가 잔인한 거겠지 입을 열어도 다시 삼키고 왜 넌 뱉는 건지 내 사랑은 하지만 조금 지친 거야 상처를 주기가 너무 두려운 거야 착한 게 아냐 날 위해 그런 거야 아직도 널 사랑한다는 거짓말 하루에 몇 번씩
That's my impression of the.
That's a lovely Eric Nam. It was.
Middle of the road.
Yeah, it was fine. Like it's. I can't even think of
This is the
any.
funny-
Just it's so bad. I can't think of any distinguishing features. I can't think of anything good to say about it.
Now, see, this is why I was thinking about what the songs that we choose, and I feel like I've been quite deliberate with my choices for the ones that we've done.
Okay, right.
And I'm like
Which is fine,
revealing
but,
this
like,
to you
yeah.
now, like in the middle.
Wait, what?
So you're like, Helen, why didn't you? Basically, I think it's good for us to not always just do songs that we're going to be
Yeah, of
excited
course,
about,
yeah, of
which is
course.
why I picked Stray Kids.
Ooh,
So I'm
that's
not
very,
being
like-
rude. It's just the shade.
Yeah, I
is
mean,
very hot here.
yeah.
But so Eric Nam, in theory, I like him because he follows. He follows the kind of at the same time he follows the sound that's popular at the moment, right? So you've got that. I don't know where to describe it. Is right at the beginning. You've got that single guitar note. You know what I mean? And that's really popular. There's a couple of really popular elements of music now. Spanish influence was one thing we said.
Yeah.
That's another thing. It's just chilled. Starry Night had it.
Yeah, the little
just one
ding,
electric
ding,
guitar
ding,
sound.
ding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one string
yeah.
at a time, one note at a time. It's popular. It's a very summery feel. That's great. But there's never any. I don't feel like he brings anything different to it.
No.
You know, there's nothing. There's nothing that makes his version of that influence sound any different. And he's got a really nice voice. The song's okay.
Yeah.
The video is also okay. But it's nothing to get excited about.
No, not at all. I 100% agree with you there, Helen. Actually, because it's his voice is it's nice, but I think it's not nice enough. Like I'm expecting more for a voice that's as okay as Eric Nam's. I need more than that. I need more than what he's given us.
God, yeah.
But like you said, it is popular, and unfortunately, I could see it like on the radio like now. I think because it fits in with the summery theme, Spanish theme, which is a shame.
I know I said it about Starry Night, but that's because they were wearing beautiful dresses and floating around outside. But my thing of if you've written a mundane song that sounds summery and you've done it by the numbers, Boohoo advert. That's what it is. It's an advert for Boohoo, isn't it? Like, you can hear this in the background where you just like, So if you wasn't looking at the TV and you just heard this come on, you'd be like, "There's a girl in a floaty dress, isn't it? Like there's a girl in a floaty dress.
Yeah.
There's a very skinny white woman reclined on a chair with sunglasses. It's a Boohoo.
High
advert.
ponytail.
High ponytail, yeah. But she's got the effortless curls that take hours to do and many tools to create. That's
so true.
The Boohoo
it's ad music, and that's
ad
not what you
music.
want from K-pop.
We
all, so
don't.
sorry about that.
But then again, like he's kind of, I wouldn't call him an outsider because he's very popular, but I think he's getting away with something.
Oh
isn't
yeah,
it?
no, definitely. That's if
We're on to you now.
yeah, it's true. You know, no, he knows what he's doing. That is,
We're on to you now. We know what we know.
he phoned it in. He
Put your
knew he
number.
phoned it in.
So, with that glowing,
Swiftly moving on.
glowing review, we're going to listen to one of the. I don't know if this was his debut. I feel like it might have been, but this is one of his earlier songs, and this is called Heaven's Door.
바람이 참 좋다 나 어루만져준다 또 슬금슬금 내 맘속 불이 지펴 발길을 옮긴다 낯선 길이 많다 어디 따라갈까 이끌리는 대로 닿는 대로 가보면 알겠지 새로운 세상을 향한 설렘 마치 꿀 같은 달콤
That was Eric Nam with Heaven's Door or
Don't know about you,
Drive,
but
whatever. Heaven's Door.
My teeth hurt. My teeth hurt.
It's overly sweet. It's just, it sticks on the fake glasses. He's got like a big woolly scarf in the video and little mittens, and he's driving with his dog. He's like, "Come to heaven," you know.
Yeah, and we were
I've got
saying,
marshmallows.
Why couldn't he drive her?
Yeah, he's literally FaceTiming her. What a great time he's having without her, with his dog.
Why would you not take her in your damn car if it's
Oh.
that cold? And then your aggressive dog. Aggressive dog looks at her
starts
like she's a
barking?
piece of shit. Because I can't put PG rated. Now we have to
Oh my
put,
goodness!
You know, now when we submit this to iTunes, I'm going to have to put explicit
language.
So sorry.
Well done. It was coming. It was coming.
Eric Nam drove me.
He held out to episode
drove me
4.
to say.
I'm so proud of you.
I think I probably did swear before. Talking about Taylor on his neck. Anyway, look. We're not here to talk about that.
Sorry,
neck.
enough about. Boss. Why don't we just watch that again? We should just watch that
Oh
again.
my god damn it! Anyway, look, okay. Eric Nam, it was saccharine, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was
very sugary, kind of cutesy, overly cutesy. That
Yeah.
like he's 100% putting out an image here. Like I
Yeah.
didn't buy it. I'm sure he's a lovely person. I don't know him. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but that was definitely a brand he was trying to put out with that video. I preferred it to Honestly, because Honestly was dreadful.
I can't remember how Honestly goes, and I've listened to it several times.
And this reminds me of the kind of beige, middle of the road, Magic FM style bands like The Script or like I can't remember that guy. There was like
that memorable, huh?
that memorable. Yeah, that memorable. I'm like, I can't remember that guy. It was just there's one he had. It will come to me, but it's just it's very safe. You know, your mum might like it, your little sister might like it. But there's nothing. Again, there's nothing that stands out. And with a voice as okay as Eric Nam's, like you need more from the song.
Yeah,
because that to me just gets lost in everything we've listened to today.
Yeah.
Like you said, I've already forgotten how Honestly goes. It was that unmemorable, but. I'm sure there's a crowd for it. Like you said, he is popular. There's people who like it, so I guess he's gonna keep doing it. But it wasn't for me. I'm afraid.
It's I don't know. It's just very shallow. I think shallow is the word I'm looking for. It's just nothing, isn't it? It's
just a cutesy on the surface kind of.
I mean, in that respect, it's very boy bandy. In the sense that it's like, oh, girl, I could take you to heaven.
I've got marshmallows.
I've got marshmallows. It's snowy. Let's go to the cabin and have a. Nothing will happen. It's just gonna be a campfire because I respect you. Just no, Eric. No, just stop.
Yeah, we're not buying it, mate.
We're not buying it. It's just weird. The song again. So that was my example of like not like songs that we wouldn't love. So sorry. had to pick some songs that I knew
Yeah,
yeah,
they
well,
would
and
hate.
they both were by Eric Knapp.
Oh.
So listen, and I don't dislike him. I think he's good. I think he's very sweet. He's very hardworking, and the songs where he's collaborated with other artists, like I cannot remember the name of the guy. The song's called Potion anyway, is the other song that he's released recently, and that's actually better, I think.
Okay.
But again, it's still very safe. It's still very, oh, okay, so this is the sound that people want. I'll just do that exact sound and nothing more with it. That's how it is.
Yeah.
But he's made a career out of it. So, like, hey, listen, more power to him. So that was our comeback throwback. Congratulations, Eric. Now, the last bit we're going to do is non-pop K-pop. I've
Two really strong ones, I
Yeah.
think. Two very, very good ones.
changed the order. We're going to do that one.
That's totally fine.
So because our favourite one can then come last, right? Doesn't that
Amazing.
make sense?
So we can just fangirl at the end. But yeah, two really strong ones this week. So our first non-K-pop type song is Mi-Rae, and JamCome.
Oh, I love this.
사랑하나 봐. 나 혼자 속삭이네. 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 오늘도 지나가지. 흘러가겠지 눈물처럼. Just living for every moment. I get to have you by my side. 나 아무리 원해도 갖지 못했던 마주봐도 oh boy 닿지 못했던 Our love like ours is in the stars, the stars. 사랑인 것 같아.
Baby, come and visit, I just wanna vibrate. Maybe we can move away and go and migrate. Baby, come and visit, I just wanna vibrate. Maybe we can move away and go and migrate.
사랑하나 봐. 나 혼자 속삭이네. 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 같은 시간쯤에 깨어나. 게으른 아침 기지개를 피워봐.
Yay! That was Mi-Rae and JamCome. We really liked this one,
love it.
didn't we? Got to talk about the video first. Actually, I just think it's, if you haven't seen it, it's sort of all set in one room, I guess, and it's
One
like
space, yeah.
and she's surrounded by sort of dancers doing their own thing. I think that one of them's like a ballet dancer or something. I think there was like a going bread who's doing ballet moves and.
Kind of contortionist.
Yeah, she was like
right?
bending her arms over
Yeah.
her head, and there were people backflipping, doing a forwards roll,
Shopping trolleys.
shopping trolleys
There's
and
lots going on.
trampolines, and it's all in sort of super slow mo, and it all
Yeah.
looks really arty and
Yeah,
really
it's
beautiful
really cool.
and really cool. And she looks amazing. She's wearing this really nice sort of glittery top and like
Yeah.
white 3/4 length trousers, which I really really love. And it's so chill. It's a really chilled out song, sort of, but it's not slow.
Yeah.
If that makes
There's an
sense.
illusion
Yeah.
of slowness.
Yeah,
in
there
it.
is, but there is a beat there, and it's sort of like it's really wavy. I think it's it's very chilled out and wavy. And it's I'm guessing she seems quite a lot older than a lot of
she's in her
girl groups
30s.
out there. Yeah, so it sounds mature as well. It sounds very accomplished. And yeah, I really like it. It's probably one of my favourites that we've done for like non-K-pop songs before. So I really liked that one.
It's a bit trippy.
Yeah,
kind of.
trippy's a
It's
good
like
word, yeah.
so she's a rapper and a singer, and I think her husband is also, he's quite a famous rapper.
cool.
But they so she's been around a little while, and she's I know what you mean about she seems a bit older. She seems, there's a kind of a natural confidence there.
Yeah.
It's not that taut swagger that they get.
No.
You know, we was talking about them being cute or having an attitude. That's just a natural thing.
Yeah,
of her.
she's very
She's like
comfortable in herself. It feels
Exactly.
it feels that way. And I think just the pure fact we were saying how she could focus with like all this sort of fireworks. And stuff going around her. I can't see any of the younger girl bands managing that somehow. But she just nails it. Absolutely nails it.
She's very cool.
Very cool and confident.
And the way she switches from her, she's got a really nice singing voice. But she can also just switch up into rap. And I'm not saying in any way is she on any level like Lauryn Hill, but you know the way she does, she's singing, and then all of a sudden she's rapping, and you're like, this totally makes sense.
Yeah.
It's the same with Yoon Mi-Rae.
No, I get it. Yeah, I totally get it.
She's really great, isn't she?
Yeah, I really like her. I don't know if you've got any other song recs that.
She's on a couple of songs. She's on a really good song with A-Lee. Oh, we need to do some A-Lee. Oh my god, A-Lee's amazing. She's a solo singer, but I think there's a song that she does, that A-Lee and Yoon Mi-Rae do together, that's called Home, and it's just really good. Like it doesn't sound like it's going to be any good, and then it just is. Yeah, she's great. I think I would say just as an observation that oftentimes and I don't want this to be a horrible generalization, but so who did we have on this already? So Eric Nam's actually a really terrible example. But the artists, so there are some Korean artists who like were born in America, or they have one American parent or whatever, and I think their output is always different. So Yoon Mi-Rae, I think one of her parents might be from America. I might be wrong, but she's mixed race, right? So she's grown up in different places. A-Lee, who I just mentioned, I think she might have grown up in America because she's fluent in English. And there's other artists coming up now. So there's a kid called Samuel. His name's Samuel. And I think he was on a TV show, but one of his parents is Mexican. He's really famous. Like, he's getting really popular in Korea, but he's just got a different approach to his music. Sure. And I think it's to do with him not being totally Korean, if that makes sense. I might be wrong.
No, that makes sense. It's sort of like a American influence, or at least just an influence that's not Korean.
Yeah, I think it's just slightly less structured and less controlled. Yeah. But I don't know. I think that's just an observation. I don't know, but
that makes sense.
She's really great. We like her. And so the last song of the podcast and the second song of non-pop K-pop is a song that we both really, really love, and we hope you will too.
This is Sik-K by Chancellor. I think I'm saying that right.
Yeah, Chancellor. Yeah.
Very English, Chancellor.
Chancellor. Yes, Sik-K.
About you, baby boy, you're my honey. Nobody but you. 내게만 속삭이는 너의 멜로디, 그 이야기. Yeah. I wanna play with you. 널 연주하고 싶어 24/7. 난 상관없어, black or white. No. 난 상관없어, black or white. She's under my covers. 나도 모르게 손이 가, baby. I can't take my hands off her.
That was Sik-K by Chancellor, which our favourite, probably. Yeah. One of our absolute top favourites, and hopefully you agree. Having heard a snippet of it, we can only play you a bit, but listen to the whole thing. Yeah, it's an absolute tune.
Such a banger.
Haven't got enough superlatives to talk to this.
We
talk
love
about
it.
Really, yeah, it's just really, really cool and effortless, and his voice is so nice, really, really dreamy, and it's really chilled out, kind of jazzy. I don't know if that's maybe the piano sort of parts makes it kind of jazzy for me anyway, which is part of its appeal. But I was just saying to Hel, like, my one complaint is that it's too short. I wish it was longer. I could listen to it.
It's like 3 minutes long, but we're
Yeah.
like, no,
it needs to be 6.
Actually,
Double that,
yeah.
double it. Release an extended play, Chancellor, like, please, or something. It's so cool. Maybe Hel can put it into words better than I can, but it's too blissed out.
Do you know what I think it is? I think there's, with Chancellor, so he has a lot of songs on YouTube you can look up. I think that he just really gets R&B and hip hop. I think he gets it, and he gets how they go together. And it sounds so stupid, but like, even if you hear it at the very beginning, it's obviously just a bit that's tacked onto the start, but it's where he explains, he goes like, and he goes like, dun, 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 and he does that, and you can just imagine that's how he puts his work together. He's like, I want this, I want that, I want this sound. That song in particular has a really strong, in the chorus in particular, there's parts of it that's really reminiscent of Human Nature, which, let's be honest, is the best pop song ever
obviously
written, right? Quincy Jones did that. Like, let's just say. But Michael, like, there's a Michael Jackson vibe to just that song in particular, and it's always good to hear a guy who knows how to use his falsetto, which he does. Not afraid, doesn't shy away from that, and it's fantastic. It's just, I don't know, there's loads of elements to it where he kind of plays around with things a little bit, like there's some of the vocals sounds like it's part of the backing track, if that makes sense, in the chorus. He breaks it down just after the chorus with that whispering bit, like, son, it's just cool.
It just works.
Yeah,
really.
he knows how to put together a really good song, and like you say, it's chilled. You can listen to it any time. I think it's great because it's got enough movement in it for it to not be too like a slow of a tempo. But at the same time, it's not too aggressive and too hard going for it to be like, this is a gym song. That's the benchmark.
This is like a relaxing song, relax my friend's song, or like drive in the summer kind of song. Or even at night on when it's warm out, just like driving. Yeah, you can just imagine yourself hearing this one.
This is an all-weather,
all-purpose. It's all-purpose.
Chancellor.
Multi-purpose. Yeah,
that's exactly what it says.
It's just a great song, and I agree with you that he, like you said, he's aware of how it sounds together and how parts go together, particularly the bit where he's like doing the beat at the beginning. It reminds me of, I mean, they're not on the same level. Like, Chancellor is way better, but Charlie Puth.
Yeah.
So his songs, I mean, I'm not a fan, but like he did, although Attention is a tune, but like he has this there was this interview with him, and he was talking about how he like creates songs. So at the end of the video for Attention, there's a clip of him like writing the song, and it's him like almost beatboxing the whole thing, so there's the melody and the beat, and it's just him like in front of a piano doing it, which is really interesting. And in an interview he was saying how he does it is when I don't know if this is how Chancellor works, but it just reminded me of it, when he was talking to, so the show Sounds Like Friday Night, he was talking to Dot on that, and he was saying, so when he's like, when you talk to me I can hear your voice sounds like this note, and he like sang a note, and then he's like, where mine is more like, and he sang a different note, but it worked with the first note, and then he just started like singing in like with the two notes, and it was insane. Like, you should watch it. It was really good. Cool. Yeah, watch it. He's really good. But it seems like that kind of technical ability, I guess, I think is here as well. For
me, it reminded me of that video. I don't know if it's just a video or an audio clip. I've only heard the audio, I think, of it, but where it's Michael Jackson, and I think it's Beat It, where
I think I've seen that.
He's singing how he wants it to sound. And you can hear him like, he'll do a bit of the beatboxing, and then it was just, and it's just great. And just like,
it's so cool to see it come together. Like that.
And you can kind of, I'm not saying you could unpick this one, but you kind of can. You can see like it's really measured. You can see the time has gone into it.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
And that everything is where he wants it, and because this is how he wants it to sound, and he knew how to get there. So yeah. Much respect.
Much respect, and it sort of reminds me of the vibe of it. It sounds like the internet. You had the
Yeah. Oh my god.
it
Yeah.
really sounds like that, and I love the internet.
Oh my god, her
yeah,
voice.
it's
Oh my
insane.
God,
yeah,
yes.
her voice is insane. They've got like new music coming. I've forgotten when, but I'm
Hey.
like really excited. Yeah, but
I hate her because she's so good. Do you know what? You know
Yeah,
when
it's
you hate her,
true,
she's
yeah.
so good. You're just
Jealous
like,
how talented she is,
That
yeah.
voice. Oh my god.
it's
Yes.
insane. But it reminds me of that, and that's can only be a good thing. And the song is amazing.
Oh my god. Well, guys, that brings us to the end of episode 4.
Yay,
We
we
did
did
it.
We actually did it, guys.
We did it. Amazing.
And what a note to end on, really.
Yeah.
So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Quite a few. There was a couple of duds.
There were many duds.
Quite a few duds this week. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed,
Yeah.
and see you back here next time.
Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Bye.